Hey guys, Willard here, back again with another action figure review. Today I'll be taking a look at what is quite possibly the most bussin' DC Multiverse release of 2024. For those of you watching this in the future, that is going to be none other than the Batman Knights and Azrael Batman Armor, which I guess is a better name than Azrael Batman Armored. That said, this of course is brought to us by the fine folks over at McFarlane Toys, as well as Amazon, because I have a pretty good having my cake and eating it too story to go along with this figure. But before we get too far ahead of ourselves, why don't we take a look-see at what Azrael has to offer in terms of accessories, and he's got a trading card. No claw hands to speak of, even though they have the molds, so not quite sure what's going on there. But we have a trading card with artwork from the source material, and funny enough, the figure actually matches the artwork from the source material for once. So there you go. That said, there is a bio on the back, which I will have my handy-dandy reader read to us.
Azrael, Batman Armor, Batman, Knights and TM, Data File, Real Name, Sean Paul Valley TM. Upon his father's death, college student, Jean-Paul Valley learns that he had been aeonetically altered and trained since birth by a secret society known as the Order of Street Dumas. They then activate an IA psychological conditioning, forcing him to become their masked Kudo-Ontorker, Azrael. While on a mission in Gotham City TM, Azrael crosses paths with Batman and soon turns on the Order to loin with the Dark Knight TM. Later, when Bruce Wayne TM is paralyzed by Bane TM, Bruce asks Sean Paul to become Batman for some time. Sean Paul then launches campaign of brutal justice against the criminals Gotham City and creates his own Batsuit of Multiverse.
And there you go. Now, I would say most of that, thanks to the Gotham TV series. They kind of fleshed out Azrael's character a bit with the backstory there. But long story short, Batman gets fucked up by Bane, asks Azrael to fill in for him. Azrael goes batshit crazy and starts killing motherfuckers, and Batman tells him to knock it off and puts him in his place. That is a long, dramatic way of saying he put him in timeout, being a bad boy. So the only other accessory he comes with, however, is a hockey puck display stand we're used to seeing with all McFarlane Toys releases. But what a gorgeous figure. I love this figure. I think he looks, as I mentioned before, bussin', but badass. I always like the suit design, and, you know, it's not the most practical thing. He's got these big wings sticking off his back, and they are like hard plastic. They do kind of feel like heavy-duty plastic spoons, but they don't feel cheap by any means. So that's cool. But he does have his Optimus Prime helmet going on there. He's got the cool bat symbol, the gold, the silver, some gray. They actually painted the silver on his hands this time. He's got fists instead of claws this time around. I think the fists are better. He's got little shooty bang bangs on his gauntlets and bullet belts going into those. Those all look really nice. He's got this thigh belt, which I don't even think the Mattel version of this guy did right. And that was released in the Bane Connect wave, if I'm not mistaken. So someone will have to let me know in the comments, but I don't believe he had this thigh strap on the Mattel version, which is blue, at least for mine anyways. I know there's a red one out there that I think was in a 2-pack with Battle Damage Batman, but I have the blue one, which there is a blue platinum chase of this guy out there, but good luck finding that. McFarlane likes to play games. That said, he does have his little spiky dads on his shins there, and then he has his feet, which are basically, he's got the same, like, from the crotch down as the first Azrael. I think he might even have like the same belt and kind of waist or abdomen piece. Possibly even the same upper arms, maybe even lower arms, because these are just glued on pieces, same wrist joints. But I will tell you, upon further inspection, I noticed mine has a fucked up ankle joint. He has the left ankle piece here instead of the right one, so his ankle doesn't really line up that well. Which really fucking sucks. That said, I just got off the phone with a really nice guy from Amazon customer service literally minutes ago. I noticed this while I was actually shooting this review. And they were nice enough to refund me the whole amount for the figure. But I don't have to send the figure back. I get to keep Azbats here. So, that is fucking badass. That is awesome. So shout out to that guy. I hope he gets a raise. And, you know, fuck McFarlane for this stupid ankle bullshit. Because I was totally okay with the ankle balls until everyone was a whine ass about it and wanted them to do this sculpted, you know, wrist and ankle joint shit. Which, I don't know. Since they've done that, the joints just don't seem as tight. At least on the feet anyways. The wrists really haven't changed. But, you know, I was totally okay with the ball hinges. The non-sculpted ball hinges. You know, if you want a seamless figure, buy a fucking Fison, you whiny bitch. Like, these are meant to be low budget, quote-unquote, low budget action figures and or toys. At the end of the day, they are still toys. They're going to look like toys somewhat. You know, some toys can look nicer than others, but those toys cost more money. Things cost money. And this stupid shit, I wish they'd stop doing the sculpted joint garbage. Like, it's bad enough that some people don't know their right from their left, let alone when the piece is that fucking small. But nope, all these articulation junkies need to get off on the smell of their own farts and have everything look pristine when reality, you pose the thing, it doesn't look good at all. And this foot's not messed up, by the way. Other than the fact that there is no ankle hinge in it. So, yeah, that is really fucking stupid to me that we need to have sculpted wrists and ankle joints. And, you know, I could contact McFarlane about it, but let's face it, they don't give a fuck. They're not going to do shit about it. So, fuck them sideways. That said, as far as articulation on this figure goes, he's got a double ball peg in the head. He can look up pretty well for having a helmet. That's not too bad. You can look down. You can tilt side to side. Rotate side to side. Shoulders go out. You go back down. You rotate forward and back. He does have a bit of that floaty cap action there. He's got a bicep twist. I will say, this belt on mine's a little warped, but I can always hit that with some heat and fix it. It's not a big deal. But, you can bend this up pretty well. And he's got the wrist hinges, which, you know, sculpted wrist joints, you can't even see the motherfuckers. Like, what's up with that? We'll say it's nice to see that his claws have the silver paint on them this time around. I don't know if I mentioned that already or not, but if not, there you go. If I did, no, fuck it. But of course, he does get good range out of those anyways. So that's something. So as far as his torso goes, he can lean back. He can lean forward. And he feels like he's got that floaty kind of sock piece for his midsection. So he does get some rotation down there. Of course, he gets it up here. He also gets some leaning side to side. It's not loose or nothing. It's perfectly serviceable. Hips will kick out to the side about that far. Back down, forward, back. There's a little thigh cut. He's got a pretty decent thigh cut in there. Double jointed knee. Bend all the way. No cliffs at Dover either on the knees. None really on the elbows to speak of. I mean, he is wearing armor. Kind of hard to cut that without busting it up a bit. And then he's got a hinge in the foot with a rocker and the swivel. Then he's got toe joints, which aren't loose. Despite the fact that I did actually have to heat this foot up get anywhere with it. Not loose in the ankle department, so that is cool. That is cool. So, yeah, man, aside from the ankle being kind of jacked on mine, no, it is what it is, unfortunately. I'm just trying to figure out what exactly is attached to the foot over here. Yeah, the outside piece is what's supposed to go in the leg. That's what I thought. So yeah, it is fucked up on that one side. So that is a bummer. That's a major bummer, because it's not like this guy is easy to get. I actually didn't know if I was going to get this figure because he got delayed so many times. So not a very enjoyable obtaining experience, if you ask me. And that just seems to be the norm with McFarlane nowadays. Nothing's easy to get. Everything sells out in 10 minutes. And everyone's still sucking his dick. Like, I'll fully admit, when they first got the DC license, I was pretty hard on that dick too. But now, I'd like to know what happened to the company that used to be pretty fucking badass, you know? It just seems like they're a shadow of their former selves. So, with that being said, before this gets any more renty than it already has, why don't we move right along and take a look at some size comparisons. First up, here is good old Azbat alongside the black and gray version of Nightfall Batman. Shout out to my good buddy Evil Villain for the hookup on that one, because like this Azbat here, this guy sold out everywhere too. And speaking of sold out everywhere, well, you could only buy him from Walmart, but we also have Azbat version 1, which was a gold label exclusive. And shout out to my good buddy T-Biz for the hookup on that one. Everyone's getting a shout out in this video. What the hell? Either way, this video was a team effort between myself, Mr. Brian, aka the old man, aka my dad, T-Biz, and Evil Villain to make it possible. So you could thank everyone involved for that, because not sure where we'd be if that wasn't the case. So getting these two out of here. Despite his crazy light colors, I do still like this figure, though I feel like it's a missed opportunity in the Bane 2-pack that we did not get a reissue of him. Because I think, what is it? It's another black and gray Nightfall Batman, but he's a little beat up. Although it is kind of reminiscent of the Superman 2-pack that we got last year with Doomsday, so I guess it's fine. That said, we got the Mythic Legions by the Mandibulas here. Right here. And the infamous 11th Spawn, who I'm actually drawing a blank how tall he was next to Azbat version 1. Get him to stand here. They're about the same height. Pretty close anyways. That said, the size comparison was not the easiest thing to do because the Azbat version 2 here sticks out quite a bit because of the wings. So with that being said, before everything comes tumbling down, why don't we cut it here and wrap things up with some final thoughts. Overall, and aside from the fucked up right ankle on my particular figure, because you sons of bitches just gotta have those godforsaken sculpted ankle balls you love so much, because fuck me, I guess, and the rather unpleasant experience I had in trying to obtain one of these figures does kind of kill the buzz for me. I'm not gonna lie. When I first opened this figure, I was really excited. I love this look for Azbat. I was super stoked to finally have this figure. And if I can get that ankle fixed, then maybe, just maybe, he will be my numero uno DC Multiverse figure of the calendar year 2024. Again, for those of you watching this in the future. But right now, it's a little bit up in the air because that ankle shit is going to drive me cocoa bananas until I get it fixed. And I am determined to get it fixed, despite the fact that this guy is sold out everywhere. Because fuck me, I guess. Again. And my stores do not stock DC Multiverse like they used to. Because again, fuck me, I guess. So, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this review. for what it is worth anyways. And until next time, I'll catch you guys later.